Alright, head to Vectera, pick up Mr. Barret. I forgot I had this. Let's see what all the fuss was about. Loyal to your crew, I get it, but screw that. Yep, typical spacers. Big bar and steel to get. Dinabola 1B, where's... That's halfway to Cricks. Secret outpost you're trying to crack, once in a lifetime opportunity. I'll see what all the fuss is about if I ever find my way out there. Afternoon, Sarah. What would you say to some brunch before we head off to Narion? You like mimosas?
Yes?
All right, I'll make us a batch of caribou lou then, and that'll give us some time to get to know one another since we're going to be partners in all of this.
Thanks for taking the time to talk. I wanted to ask you about the artifact you found on Vectera. When you pulled it from the rock, held it in your hands for the first time, how did you feel?
Like I said, I was one with this indescribable energy, the lights, the music. I traveled, I guess, across the galaxy.
No, I don't think you understand. I know about the visions, the light, and the music. How did you feel inside? What were your thoughts?
Oh, I mean, realistically, I was more overwhelmed than anything else, just with the intensity of the vision and all. Sure, Mateo will ask, I wouldn't really call it a religious experience, but I can definitely say that my mind and body felt disconnected.
That's an interesting reaction. But I suppose it shouldn't surprise me. When dealing with the artifacts, common sense tends to go right out the window.
Just curious, why didn't you ask this the other day when I had just brought the artifact? We had everyone around, we could have discussed it. I figured you were waiting for Mr. Barret to get back, since he and I shared the experience and we could get all the information at once.
Honestly, I wasn't sure how you'd react. Some people would consider what you went through a deeply personal experience.
I have a feeling that you and I will be sharing a great many personal experiences in this journey.
Oh, well, I enjoy hearing about them. Professionally, of course. Either way, we need all the help we can get. The artifacts are so different, so alien, and I'm certain one of them reached out and spoke to you. Quite the mystery.
If the artifacts really are speaking to people, then that raises a lot more questions than it potentially answers. How is it that Barret and I had similar experiences? Are the artifacts seeking out certain individuals, or is it just waiting for random chance? And either way, how many others might have been affected by this? I'm sure there's an answer to all of this somewhere.
Is there? After spending years gathering data about the artifacts, you'd think I'd have all the answers.
Yeah, speaking of, what is your personal experience with the artifacts? I mean, I know that one of them, the first one that you have, was in the basement of Constellation for years until Barret decided to take a chance on it, and that worked out so well that he made a trip to Kazal to pick up the second. I know that Noel has been studying them extensively. I'm just wondering if you've done something independently?
Not much, I'm afraid. All I have to show for my efforts are eyewitness accounts, scores of inconclusive metallurgical test results, and wild theories.
Running down some of those wild theories sounds like a good way to pass the time on the way to Vectera. So are the artifacts the only thing occupying all of your time here at Constellation?
No, not at all. There's so much going on there, I can't afford to divert all of our resources, but I have classified the artifacts as a priority project.
It has to be frustrating for you to have all of this consistent data and still no way to link it together.
Frustrating? No. Bewildering? Yes. It would be, well, an explorer's dream to solve a mystery like this.
Well, like I said, you and I will be doing quite a lot together to solve this.
I knew I picked the right person for the job. Look, I wanted to thank you for taking the time to talk, and for keeping an open mind. And I also wanted to say, well, I'm pleased we're on this journey together. It's the best decision I've made in quite a long time.
Oh, I got a deposit at Galbank. Must be the salvage off of that ship. Whoa. You remember those Varoon we ran into the other day?
Sure.
Well, it turns out one of them had a pretty sizable bounty out, like 5 figures sizable, plus the salvage off of the vessel. Sir, will you do me a solid? Run down to, I guess, UC Supply and offload anything from the cargo hold of the Frontier that's not Constellation property. I'm going to run down to Galbank and get a cred stick with this money on it and send Vasco to the Star Yard to pay for those upgrades I promised you.
Yeah, sounds good.
After that, the three of us will meet up at the ship and head to Vectera.
You know where I'll be.
Vasco, got a job for you, buddy.
I am at your service, Captain.
I appreciate that, as long as you don't miss Barret too much.
My primary function has been to support and protect Barret during his travels. I am currently unable to do so. That is as capable as I can be of missing anyone. I believe Barret would find your question amusing.
I'll ask him after we pick him up from Vectera, but it's good to know that you take your job so seriously.
My methods of achieving my primary goals are dictated solely by my programming and are not subject to the same whims as humans. Even if I wished it, I could not approach it any other way. Also, I am incapable of wishing.
Well, that's something to know. Listen, Vasco, I got a job for you. I need you to take this invoice and this proof of payment down to the shipwright at the New Atlanta Spaceport and get some modifications done to the Frontier. While you're doing that, Sarah and I are going to run some other errands, and the three of us are off to Vectera.
Captain David, I will proceed to my assigned post.
Once considered an effective, even essential element in combating some of the settled system's most dangerous threats, it would seem the mercenary company known as Ecliptic is now one of those threats.
You think?
Everyone, it would seem, is now in their sights. From the pirates of the Crimson Fleet to civilian merchant vessels they claim have violated some law. Freestar Collective and United Colonies authorities appear hesitant to officially clamp down on Ecliptic, citing a lack of evidence, and the fact that they occasionally still employ the services of the contract company. The heart of the settled systems, SSNN.
Can we run through it one more time?
You can over-rehearse. It'll sound canned. We got to keep it loose.
But I keep stumbling over the third quarter projections.
We've been over it 1,000,000 times. They won't care about a flawless presentation. What they will care about is the projected PL. And we've got that covered.
Ooh, we're going to own this meeting.
That's the spirit!
Jeez, I've been in clean rooms that weren't this sterile. Excuse me, sir.
If there is any way I can assist you, I'd be happy to.
Yeah.
With Galbank, your money is always safe. Always.
Well, that's good to hear, since I'm here to safely make a sizable withdrawal.
I do hope you're taking advantage of our remote transaction benefits.
So is that your polite way of asking me to step outside and use the ATM instead of having a person handle the transaction?
Galbank makes personal finance easy. Money, as long as you have some, should never be something to worry about handling.
So that's a yes then. All right, I'll go outside and use the ATM instead of making withdrawal. I simply don't believe it. You are not going to convince me that a bank has always been incapable of giving people credit dispersals. And that it took so long to tell me. Something has changed.
Captain David, it is pleasant to see you.
Hey, Vasco. Hey, Sarah. I finally made it. Got into a little bit of an argument with the bank over the proper way to make large withdrawals, but the shipwright has been paid up for all the modifications to the Frontier.
Sure.
Also, I'm putting the mag shear back in the captain's locker along with some replacement ammunition. I stopped by Centurion Arsenal and picked myself up a Kodama. I feel like these things are kind of slept on. Sure, they don't have the same muzzle velocity as a Grendel, and the flechette rounds are a little bit controversial, but hey, we're shooting pirates. What are they going to do? File a formal grievance with the Armistice Committee? Anyway, let's get this bird in the air and go pick up Mr. Barret before Argos leaves him out there with his thumb out.
Escape trajectory plotted. Orbital insertion completed.
Thank you, Sarah.
No problem.
Prepare for gravity jump to Ansalon of Nerion.
It appears things have gone downhill since the last time you were here. Argos has clearly washed its hands of this operation.
Well, you're back.
Lynn!
Don't you Lin me. I thought things had already gone sideways, but no, that was just the beginning.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Lynn. I'm just razzing you. What you got Barret doing on this fine Vectera day?
Oh, we'll get to what happened to Barret.
Lynn, what happened? Where's Barret and Heller and everyone else?
More pirates showed up when you were gone. We weren't as lucky this time. Calvert, Troy, some of the new Dusties. They didn't make it.
Lynn, I'm sorry, I didn't know. All the courier said is that you were packing up.
Well, how could you have? You weren't here.
How did the evacuation take so long?
It's not like we were eager to stick around. But we had injured people on recovery, and pickup coming at some point. Just not soon enough. Anyway, I was pinned down behind some crates with Barret. Bullets and laser fire everywhere. No smile on that damn carefree face of his. Like he knew this was it. I started steeling myself to go out fighting. Then that idiot puts his hand on my shoulder and says, "Stay here, Lynn. I got you."
If I've learned anything about Barret, by the time he gets serious, anyone else would be beyond panic. Did he have a plan, or did he just jump and hope for the best?
Next thing I know, 2 of the pirates are dead, and he's got the 3rd one in a headlock. Drags him out into the open at gunpoint and demands to talk, or else I'm going to demonstrate Newton's 3rd law on this guy's temporal lobe. And that's when they brought out Heller.
Of course, Heller got himself captured. He is the unluckiest man to ever master prospecting. What happened after that?
I didn't overhear everything, but after the 10 longest seconds of my life, Barret put his hands up, and both of them ended up getting taken aboard the pirate ship. And that's the last I saw of either of them.
Lynn, we've got to find Barret and Heller. Bring them home.
They could have grav-jumped anywhere. I tried pinging a transmission to the ship in the comms building before they left, but the pirates must have fried it. You want to try it? Go ahead. But the odds of them being alive, even if you could find them... I've lost a lot of people on this run, Dusty. I just want to pack up.
Lynn, I don't believe the Crimson Fleet would bother taking them off-world if they weren't planning to keep them alive for a ransom. I went through the security protocols when we first started this. Even if the pirates manage to fry the computer, there is a battery backup system where you can review the files and get it back online for emergencies. Sarah and I are going to scrounge around for power cells and see if we can get that back online. You do what you got to do. Sarah, this is the main and only borehole for this site. It houses the crew barracks, the elevator down to the mine, and our medical facility. This is the best place to start looking for those power cells. Just what we're looking for. Standard emergency power cell. 48 volts, 200 amp hours, 15 kilos. Well, 13 and a half on Vectera, but still. Hopefully we don't need more than 4 of them. Argon here. Yep, backup power for the logging station. Alright, You gotta carry the next two. Let's go check over by the main elevator.
If that was locked, there must be something they don't want us to find.
It's nothing that exciting. This is just the closet where they store the celebratory beverages. But more importantly, I see our third power cell. Alright, you take this one, I'll grab these two, and let's find one more just to be sure. I bet you there's one behind the mess hall on the way out. There it is. That should be a plenty. You snag that one, I'll go pick up my two, and we'll make our way over to the comm tower and get it back online. Well, looks like we only need 3 of them. Here, give me a hand hefting this thing up in here. And that sounds like we are back. Let's check for that ping.
Can't believe we got into this mess. Would you be quiet? Trying to make out the grav jump calculations before we're out of range. Out of range of what? Out of range of the sensor array on Vectera. Would you keep up? Once we're outside the star system, the bandwidth goes from instant speed to effectively never. What good is sending a transmission down there? You gonna tell Lynn how royally screwed we both are? She doesn't even have a ship. You underestimate how many of my admirers there are in the galaxy, Heller. One of them is bound to show up, looking to reunite with this handsome face. We're doomed. Capital D, doomed. Got it, okay. Whoever finds this, I'm attaching the interstellar coordinates to the metadata on the transmission. Rescue us. Repeat, rescue us.
That is exactly what we were hoping to find. Let's go give Lynn the good news. Lynn, there you are.
So, you actually get that computer working again?
Yes, and there's a message from Barret.
What? Let me see that. Funny. Even knowing he's alive, I still never want to see him again. Hella, on the other hand. Okay. Let me send you the location data embedded in the transmission. Find them, okay?
See, I knew you cared about Heller, and even Barret.
Well, don't start buying me stuffed animals for my birthday or anything. But yes, all right. I don't like seeing my people hurt. Even Barret and Hella. Just get after them, okay? And hey, if you ever need a little extra help, I've been thinking about a career change lately. My contract's up with Argos, and I could use a change of scenery.
Actually, as soon as we're done rescuing Barret, I had planned to set up a small outpost, mostly for harvesting helium-3 to fund our operation. I could really use someone experienced to manage that for me.
Works for me. I'm not fussy about assignments. I'll go where I'm needed.
Well, for now, you're just going to tag along, but we'll do some prospecting once we get back to Alpha Centauri.
Right. I'll get to work. Let's catch up later.
Give the word and we'll get underway.
Just as soon as Vasco is secure in the robotics bay, we will lift off.
Can't believe Barret snuck a transmission to us. He always finds a way. Damn him.
He really is the best kind of annoying. This is it, Altair 4. This is where the coordinates from Barret's message took us. It's a gas giant, so they have to be touched down on one of the moons. Also, I checked with the United Colonies pirate tracker. Lynn, that ghost that landed on Vectera, the one that was chasing after Barret, well, it and the haunt that took Heller and Barret away from you are in rating group 28-12, usually seen in Nerion, Piazzi, and Vessel. Interestingly enough, the crew of the same ghost was killed on Crete, the other moon of Ansalon, the same day that I left. That's a 406 beacon. Hang on, I'm checking the embedded. Okay, the ship is unregistered, but the MMSI matches the same haunt that we've been following. Looks like the signal originated from Altair 4 Charlie, beginning a surface scan. And there it is, fresh wreckage, plotting a landing course.
Fire up your hand scanner. I bet you'll find plenty here to catalogue.
David, do you require my assistance?
Vasco, you stay with the ship, but keep to the shade. Hand scanner shows that we have no magnetosphere, so I hope that Heller and Barret have some shade as well. Sarah and I are going to scout ahead to the ship. Looks like it's about 400 or so meters away. Be on standby for medevac. You know, you wouldn't think a place with this much sun beating down on it would be this cold, or have this much wildlife.
A little bit of cold never hurt anyone, right?
Alright, there's our crash site. Let's go see who made it. Heller! Heller, wake up!
Oh, hey, it's you. And here I thought you was some pirate coming back to kill me. Lucky me, right?
Heller, look at me. Straight on. Alright, both your pupils are working, so I don't believe you're concussed. Honestly, you look like you're in great shape for what you just went through.
Considering the spaceship wreckage, you mean? Yeah. Well, you missed the worst of it. Pretty sure we ripped through all the emergency meds that were salvageable. Hey, you know, when I pulled you to the med bench back on Vectera, I honestly thought, shit, I think I just saved someone's life. Oddly proud moment, you know? So, I guess I'm saying, glad I paid it forward.
Indeed. Without your help, we wouldn't have ever gotten this worthwhile addition to Constellation.
Man, I was so terrified when I got pulled on board that pirate ship. Barret was all, sorry, brother, I'll get us out of this. Trust me.
Even with the emergency broadcast and the downed ship, I'm still not convinced that Barret actually had a plan.
Not what you and I would call a plan, necessarily.
And yet he seems to have improvised bringing down a vessel while being a captive aboard said same vessel.
Oh, I'm getting to that. He tells me we need to start pretending to fight each other. Trick the pirates into thinking they need to come in before one of us gets killed. I just remember him shouting, "This kid is a killer. How am I supposed to defend myself against these pearly whites? He's gonna bite my face off." I mean, I didn't think it would work, but they came in. All of a sudden, we were wrestling with two of them. Barret reached for one of their guns.
You have to be careful what you shoot at. Most things in a ship don't react well to bullets.
Bingo. Blasted the pilot right in the back. Through to the flight console. And dropped orbit like a rock off a high rise. I blacked out. And when I came to, there he was, smiling like it was just another day on the job. You missed the fun part, Heller. I mean, I go through all the trouble of saving your butt, and you weren't even awake to notice. Then he did the little finger gun thing.
Well, that's quite the story, Heller. Now comes the part that you tell me after Barret finished off the other two pirates. He's just over that hill setting up a radio beacon so that the two of you can be rescued and taken home.
Oh, yeah. Probably should have talked about that first. Did I mention I'm on a lot of painkillers? So, I was real excited when a ship showed up. Then, less excited when I realized it was a Crimson Fleet ship. And then, really less excited when Barret said, "It's okay, I got this." He mumbled something to him, and then they were all gone.
All those tales of grand heroism just so I can find out that Barret is still a prisoner of the fleet.
Yeah. You know, you're really the one who should be upset about all this. Me, laying here, half-conscious. Real inconvenience. Got a signal from the ship before they grav jumped. Guessing it was Barret. Haven't really been in a good space to have a listen. Here you go. Hey, I should come with you, right? I don't think anyone else is coming.
You did good, Heller, and we are here to rescue both of you. As soon as you can move, we'll head back to the frontier, and then we'll go get Barret.
Yeah, just, don't ask me to operate any heavy machinery for a while. Give me a minute. I think the worst of it is... Yeah, I'll be alright. I'll be alright. Ready to wisecrack with the best of them. Let me know when you want to head out.
Let's get you on your feet. You take a minute to make sure you're stable. It's a little bit of a walk, pretty flat back to the ship. While you do that, I'm going to check Barret's message and find out where we're going.
You've given the fleet a lot of trouble, Barret. Hey, since when is surviving being attacked causing trouble? Isn't that just fighting back? Hey, pilot, could you move your arm a little bit to the left? I can't make out the console.
Don't move. He's trying to figure out our destination. Probably transmitting this conversation right now while we're still in orbit.
Well, yeah. Thought I was making that pretty obvious. Okay, put the gun down. I'm done. See? My retinas are pointing away from the console and towards this lovely view of space we have out the window.
Tie him up. Once we get back to the base, the fun starts.
Alright, I have most of a jump solution from the data in that slate. They're definitely heading to the Bessel system. Once we get back to the frontier, I'll check the star map and see if we can figure out where this base is. Heller, you good? Ready to move?
Don't worry about me. I'm a tough cookie. The painkillers are starting to work. I'll be just fine after a good nap.
Alright, up you get, buddy. Let's get you to the frontier.
Phew, oh, I'm glad to hear you say that. For a second there, I thought you were going to leave me behind. What's on the agenda today?
Yeah, those pain meds are definitely kicking in. Let's get you back to the frontier so you can sleep this off.
You got it. Catch you on the flip side, boss. Thanks for letting me tag along.
Just here for a chat?
No, Heller, I'm rescuing you from pirates. Now I need you to lie down and sleep off the meds while we go rescue Barret.
Try not to miss me too much.
And I need you to rest up while I check the planet map. Alright, Bessel system. 3 planets. Bessel 1 is a gas giant, so that's out. Bessel 2... Oh, Bessel 2 passes through the asteroid belt of Bessel 1, making it unsuitable for long-term habitation. So that just leaves us with Bessel 3 and its 2 moons. Checking. Looks like there is an old UC listening post on Bessel 3. That's got to be the base where they took Barret. Everyone prepare for liftoff. We are headed to Bessel 3. You know, in hindsight, I probably should have landed further away, but the lack of incoming fire suggests that either the pirates have left here with Barret, there aren't enough of them to respond, or they think that we're someone that they are expecting. That said, I did not see the other haunt from the raiding group we've been following, so that would suggest either the first or the third one. Sir, why don't you hang back? I'm going to have a look over this ledge and see what we're up against.
All right, but be careful.
Alright. Nope. Lots of pirates. Oh goody, and a sniper's nest across the valley. We'll hit that first. Well, Sarah, I have predictable news. There are many, many pirates here. On the upside, there's an elevated fire position on the other side of this valley. If we can take that, the rest of them should be a turkey shoot.
Sounds good. Lead on.
Stay low and keep an eye out for detectors and mines. Fire on my signal. Alright. Where's he at? Where's he at?
Someone there?
You slippery little...
This is gonna end badly for you.
My nest. Alright, Sarah, we got them stirred up. Pick your shots. Grab anything you can. Better to use their ammo than ours. Sarah, cover me. I think I'll see something that can help out. Okay. I think that's most of it. And with a quarter mag left in the Beowulf to get us down the stairs. And make that none. And now I'm in an open field with a PDW. Okay, that sounds like one pirate. And that sounds like we're clear. Sarah, let's go get Barret.
All right, let's go. If you're searching, then make it quick.
No time for a full search. We have no idea if and when another ship is going to arrive. Check them for data slates, keys, anything that can lead us to Barret. Start with the big building here in the middle. See what we find. Alright, nothing down here, but they had a rooftop pavilion. Seems like the kind of place a commander would keep things. There we go, security key card. So there has to be a lockdown area of this base. Down there's a door leading into the rock wall. Must be an underground portion. Sarah, I have a rather distressing announcement. I am out of bullets. And I don't mean last magazine. I mean, I got one at the chamber. If there are more pirates down there with Barret, we may have to get creative or come up with a really good bluff. Never thought I'd be happy to see a Crimson Fleet shooting range. Kraken's not much, but it'll do. And it's empty. 6'5" by 45 may fit, but 6'5" by 25 is the only thing this eats. You know who you are, Red Dog. There's a story behind that, but we don't have time. Back to bluffing. All right, Sarah, let's do this thing, and with any luck, all the pirates came outside to greet us before.
Oh, yeah. There's no certainty to the universe at all. Once you really start getting out there, the laws of physics kind of turn into suggestions.
You're pulling my leg again, right? No exaggerations this time.
Let me think. Unicorn. Not
Wait. The mythical mare with the magic horn thing? Come on. Was King Arthur riding on it too?
okay, it was more of an extremophile in the vague shape of a horse. But my point still stands. You need an open mind out there. You go into the far reaches of space too tightly wound, your brain is just gonna pop like a soda can.
Barret seems to be in very high spirits. That's a good sign, I hope. Well, I guess let's go say hi.
Holy shit. You actually found me.
I wish I could say this is the first time this has happened with Barret. But, well, it isn't.
Well, this is turning into a regular Constellation party, isn't it? I should have brought drinks.
Barret, I'm glad to see that you're doing well. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you're fast becoming friends with this pirate.
Matsura the Grim here and I actually have a lot in common.
Both escape artists.
Been captured by Systef myself plenty of times.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Relativity. We're all just creatures of the universe trying to get away from what's after us.
Which brings us back to why we're here. To rescue you. Bring you home, Barret.
You know, it's actually been kind of nice. Matsura the Grim here is a great host.
No sense letting people's last moments be unpleasant.
See, that's what I like about you, Matsura. A real Renaissance man.
I have enjoyed our time together, Barret. But I can't just let you go with nothing to show for it. Is Constellation willing to pay ransom in exchange for this man's freedom?
We do have some insurance set aside for this exact problem.
Does that mean you'll be paying me, Miss...
We don't need to be introduced. Here's your money. And we would appreciate it if you could spread the word in the Crimson Fleet that Barret shouldn't be harassed. It's not working out for any of us.
That's a fair point. But I can't control a man's reputation.
Do what you can. A suggestion to the right ears can work wonders.
Very well. Goodbye to you all. I have enjoyed this little exchange.
See you around, Matsura. I mean, well, you know, hopefully not.
So, that's it? Everybody just goes home? Alright then.
Captain David, hello again. I was uncertain you would return.
Appreciate your confidence.
Do you, Captain?
So, back to the lodge?
That is the plan.
So, how are you feeling, Barret?
The same as I was a few moments before you asked. Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm worried about you. That time you spent as a prisoner with those pirates, it couldn't have been easy.
Honestly, it wasn't as bad as you're picturing. Don't get me wrong, they weren't exactly having me over for dinner, but I wasn't being tortured either.
Okay. I'll trust that you're telling me the truth. But if you ever need to talk, I'm always available.
I appreciate that. And who knows, maybe I'll take you up on that one day.
I'm here for you too, Barret. We're all Constellation now.
After this, you're kind of a pirate aficionado. Too soon?
So who was that anyway?
Matsura the Grim? Honestly, a pretty nice guy as far as pirates go. Think I butted heads with his mentor once years back. Had the same kind of surprisingly hospitable vibe.
So your captivity ended up being more of an unscheduled social call.
Hey, you're underselling my harrowing escape from certain doom here. A little charm goes a long way when the knives are out.
You worry me.
Uh-huh.
All crew accounted for, prepare for liftoff. Next stop, Jemison. Once we touch down in New Atlantis, Lynn, I would like you to accompany Sarah back to the lodge. I will be taking Keller and Barret to Reliant Medical for a quick checkup.
Hey, contact Charlie 3. That's you.
This is Captain Tiberius of UC Discovery. Go ahead.